Hey, this is going to be short. I just want to talk a little bit more about DID. It's something I'm probably never going to completely stop talking about because the more I talk about it, the more I realize that more people have it than what we realize. Yesterday, in a room of 7 people, 2 of us either have had it or do have it. That is way more than the 1 to 3% population that psychiatrists would tell you have it. And in my own extended life, it's more like 10% of the people I know actually have it. So it's an important thing to talk about. And unfortunately, I think the church misunderstands it and they see it as demon possession. The denominations that actually believe in demon possession, not all of them do. Nothing could be further from the truth. DID is when your brain, which God made, seeks to protect itself, a mechanism God put in it, and it seals a memory off so that you don't have to live through that traumatic memory anymore. And it might seal a whole chunk of memory off because let's say something happens to you when you're 3 years old, so your brain seals it off. Well, there could have been a lot of good stuff that happened to you when you were that age too, but all the memory's gone. But in addition to being sealed off, that part that is sealed off can actually come to the front. And the more parts you have that have sealed off, the more likely that's going to happen, especially if it happened later in life. Now, it's not going to happen later in life unless it has already happened early in life because the brain just isn't capable of doing that later in life. But once it can do that, it can do that forever. And the more parts or personality, for lack of a different word, that you have, the more likely that one of them might come to the front and might stay there for an extended length of time. And that's why those of us who have had it or do have it have blocks of memory loss, because it wasn't our core personality that was in the forefront. But anyway, when you have DID and you get healed, all those parts come back together as one personality. None of them are parts anymore. It's one whole part. When you are demon possessed and demons are cast out, all those personalities leave you. So that's a huge difference. Demons come from the outside, and I don't believe they can be inside a Christian, at least certainly not their soul or spirit. Maybe their soul, but not their spirit. I don't know. I don't totally understand the division of soul and spirit. But they most certainly can operate in our mind and plant ideas. Doesn't mean they're in us. Could be that they're sitting on our shoulder, whispering into our ear. And I do believe they can get into us physically and cause physical harm in us. And that's when we need deliverance. But there's a huge difference between deliverance of demons and healing from DID. And if you have it or somebody has it, please don't tell them that this is demons. Yeah, there could be demons involved, and you will need to pray to find out, maybe fast, and then, yes, cast them out or off if they're involved. But the DID in and of itself is the human brain that has separated to protect that person. So I just want everybody to understand that. It's nothing for anybody who has it to be ashamed of. It's something God built into your brain to protect you from something horrific that happened to you. Shalom.